Saric, and it's Lillard in at the point guard. Now, here's Rubio. And that one, good. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
Guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Now here's Booker, following the miss by Rodney Hood. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
McCollum outside. That shot, no good. Nance with some nice D. And it's Phoenix's ball. Rubio outside. Some solid defense from Lillard.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Passes it to Saric. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hood for 3. He doesn't hit that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. The pass to Middleton. Rebounded by Hood. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Lillard. The tray. The rebound by Middleton.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had. And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames. But money well spent by the Blazers.
Vucevic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Well, Vucevic has got a number of moves he can go to. He's so comfortable this close to the cup.
Nance outside. Hood against Middleton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Saric.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Rubio against Lillard. From deep. The shot, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Now here's Diallo. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Johnson. Outside Carter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And he's not going to miss that opportunity from deep.
Satoransky, the pass to Vucevic. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
Akobo, the pass to Johnson. Here's Akobo. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Trent gets the bucket.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's Akobo, covered by Mills. Goes up again. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Carter against Satoransky. He dishes it to Mills. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. And it's a tie ball game. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's a to Ayton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's a Kobo. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's all tied in Portland. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
We've got John Henson, Satoransky there with Mills, and it's Vucevic, and it's Trent in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Ayton.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And Phoenix making a change here. Nance is checked in.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Connects from three-point range.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Here's Mills. Larry Nance making his last shot. Mills passes to Vucevic. No good that time.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And here's Diallo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 2 to shoot. The shot's good from Carter.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Chris Middleton's checked in for Shaq Diallo. Booker comes in for Jacob Evans. And Ricky Rubio's subbed in for Carter. Now here's Middleton. Johnson finds Middleton. Second chance effort, and Nance with the layup. Now it's a 5-point Phoenix lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Hood, the pass to McCollum. Drops in the tray. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Johnson kicks to Middleton. Lobbed up there for Booker. It's stolen by Sharks. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
The other thing, he really changed the pace of the game when you consider how many free throws he shot. Drawing fouls is an art, and really he has mastered that part of the game.
Now Saric after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
There is a heart and passion that Saric brings to the game every night. Good job initiating contact. You think back to after the trade from Philadelphia, Dario Saric had a hard time getting settled in with Minnesota. They started him in a bench role, and it wasn't until he became a starter that you saw his productivity increase.
And doors with Saric coming off the bench is something he's done in the past. But he had better results as a starter last season.
It would appear to me he is much more comfortable as a starter. His shot seems to come a little bit easier. The floor spacing this young man provides is a huge plus for his team. You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And Ayton throws it down.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second-chance points last year. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Middleton. And the shot is long. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
John Henson's checked in for Portland. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's a Kobo. No points in the game yet for him. Booker outside. 5 to shoot. Over Hood. And it's Portland with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Lillard. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Middleton tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Suns ahead, up by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops and getting read.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie, for the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got... And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
And the way he goes at defense. defenders. He is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Hands out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Ayton in at the 5. For Portland, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Lillard dishes to McCollum. He feeds it to Hood. Sharge outside. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Rubio. Lillard with the rebound. Portland leading. McCollum outside from the arc. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
That's just superior balance from the crafty guard. If you allow Devin Booker to get close, he's going to draw your contact.
So for the Trailblazers, Trent's checked in, and Satoransky's subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And for the Suns, Diallo, he's checked in for Nance. And it's Johnson in for Chris Middleton. Now, here's Satoransky. It's tipped.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back. Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here. Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to Saric. Now, here's Mills. Covered by Rubio. Count it. Mills has got 5 points so far. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. Ayton dishes to Booker. Tries again, and that one's good. Ayton, he has 6.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing excellent.
Booker against Satoransky. The pass to Trent. Feeds to Vucevic. Over Ayton. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Vucevic.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now, here's Rubio. And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Mills looking it over. Pass to Trent. Rebound by the Suns.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Pass to Satoransky, and stolen by Booker. Here's Evans, and he comes up with the deuce. Evans has got his second bucket of the night. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
Clock is at 3. Here's Sharch. Portland, no good that time either.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Satoransky looking around. Sharch, that's good.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Johnson outside. Booker outside. Booker draws the double. To the middle. Kicks it out to Johnson. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Inside. Puts it up from 12. The shot by Sharch. No good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The shot's good from Carter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And here's Mills for 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Phoenix ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Defensively, you got to give a little more pressure to their shots, all right? Make them make the second, third, fourth play.
It's Terry Stotts drawing the line defensively, as I want the first guy with the ball to beat him.
And that's where a total effort is needed. Get back quickly, match up, call out screens, really the complete package.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Rodney Hood out there with Sharch. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Boy, what determination from Dario Saric. So good at being aggressive around the rim.
Carter outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Carter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, Greg, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here's a Kobo. He's guarded by McCollum. Diallo the pass to Middleton. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Hood's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's a Kobo. Suns moving the ball around. Diallo the pass to Nance. And Nance slams it in.
What I love about Larry Nance Jr. is he doesn't need the ball to be effective, but when he does get the ball, he shoots with high percentage.
Now here's Hood. McCollum outside. Passes to Lillard. And the three off target. Suns leading by 7. There's the pass to Okobo. Middleton outside. Nance finds Carter. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Good with it. Now guarded by Middleton. The offensive rebound. Vucevic.
This guy, a strong rebounder who uses his frame well. Vucevic has a knack for being in the right spot.
Timeout call for Suns. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Shot's good by Middleton.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Trailblazers trail by 8. Now Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Nance outside, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Middleton outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Rubio. Offline with his 3. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 7-point differential. Pass to Vucevic. Over Rubio. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Lillard. And that's 18 points for Vucevic.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
Nance passes to Rubio. Shoots from 14. Ayton against Vucevic. Ayton kicks to Nance. Phoenix, no good that time either. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lillard way outside. Booker pulls it in.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Hangs in the air, and Nance puts it in. And the Suns lead by 7.
Don't you love guys who are willing to do the dirty work? Larry Nance's activity making him a factor on the rebounding aspect.
Now here's Lillard. He kicks it to Sharp. No good on the 3. Rubio with it. Pass to Nance. Down low. Ayton inside. Vucevic defending. And it's Ayton missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And that's an intentional foul. And he commits the intentional foul.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Yes!
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Booker outside. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.